We're at $1.055 trillion. When they head back to zero and the Fed isn't buying treasuries, there's going to be no funds with which to buy these treasuries, and interest rates are going to skyrocket, and we're going to be in a financial crisis. Hey guys, Raf here from the End Game Investor. For all those concerned, my town has been completely quiet, no alarms, no rockets. There was one false alarm at the very beginning of the war, but so far it's been quiet since then. I know that Hassan Nasrallah of Hezbollah up in the north in Lebanon is about to make some kind of big speech. I think he's going to tell a few good knock-knock jokes and then go away. We'll see what happens. We have like a massive American force off of Cyprus that are threatening him if he does anything. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't want Americans involved here, but that's what it is. And this is the reality now. I think we're heading towards a Gog and Magog kind of war here with the Americans on one side and Russia on the other side and the Arabs in between. And I'm wearing my holy shirt for dramatic effect. Anyway, I haven't been able to make videos that often because my kids are all home all the time now, because there's no school in the north because of the war. So we're basically on a soft lockdown. We have been for about 3-4 weeks now, and I expect that to continue. The only way for America to get out of here is if the dollar collapses and they can no longer fund their mercenaries to be here and disturb world order. The collapse of the dollar is more important now than at any other time in history. And does that sound dramatic? Yeah, I guess it does, which is why I'm wearing my dramatic shirt with holes in it. So we're going to talk about the timeline here. We might have about 2 to 3 months left before the reverse repos fall to zero, and I'll show you why. This is what I wrote in the Endgame Investor today, and we're doing a little sneak of it here. If you want to sign up for the Endgame Investor, a 2-week free trial. If you only want the biblical stuff, you can sign up to be a Patreon on Patreon for as little as $3 a month. Link in the description below. We're going to be talking about end of days kind of stuff because there's more to find, and it has to do with the economy and the collapse of the dollar. It's all in there. I'd like to thank first my affiliates at Dirty Man Safe and Miles Franklin. Dirty Man Safe is a safe that you bury so that if Hezbollah invades your property, they can't find it. And obviously, Miles Franklin is the stuff that you put in the Dirty Man Safe. I got this in the mail from Dirty Man Safe. These are instructions on how to use the Dirty Man Safe. You can see that my shadow is standing over it. I take a picture of this paper with my phone and put it on PowerPoint in the most stylistic way that I could think of. So here you have step-by-step instructions for installation. Locate your desired burial location. Use the supplied dotted paper to map your burial location. This is genius. 2, dig a hole approximately 7 inches wide by 25 inches deep. Go deeper if needed. 3, place sleeve into hole. 4, insert the sealed safe into the safe sleeve.
My joints are all achy, and is this a hospital, or I don't even know where I am.
5, place sleeve cap on top of the sleeve and insert the cable through the slot. Place handle on top of cap. 6, cover up the hole. Don't forget that one.
This goes in your mouth. This one goes in your ear. And this one goes in your butt.
Got to cover up the hole. For removal, locate burial location, position yourself and pull handle upwards. And then step 9, before replacing the safe back into the sleeve, make sure the screw cap is cleaned and sealed properly. Make sure, number 10, to leave the location exactly as you found it. And I do not recommend putting a flag on the place where you buried your safe. That seems kind of silly to me. I don't want a flag there. And step 11, don't forget your salting balls. Oh, should I really do that? Should I really put that reference in?
I call them Chef's Salted Balls.
Are they good?
Try them.
Hey, these are good. Yeah, I love your salted balls, Chef.
If you want a Dirty Man Safe, use the code ENDGAME10 at checkout. And for stuff to put into the safe, we have a 1-ounce platinum kangaroo. I love platinum kangaroos. I mean, I like real kangaroos, but I also like platinum kangaroos. Only $85 over spot at Miles Franklin. Call 855-GAME-END for your platinum kangaroos. 2023 Silver Fill Harmonic, only $3.10 over spot while supplies last this week. And finally, this actually looks interesting. $10 gold Liberty coins, gold while supplies last. can see here, this is a constitutional legal tender coin, $10 coin from 1897. I don't think they're offering 1897 specifically, but that's the era of these coins. Only $115 over melt. Now, to the business at hand. We have reached a point where we are at a new all-time high in treasury bills outstanding. If you can see here, this is from SIFMA, I forgot what they stand for, but they tabulate all of the treasury statistics into a useful once a month Excel spreadsheet. So this is a screenshot from that Excel spreadsheet. Bills are up to 1 year maturities. Most of these maturities are 1 month, 3 month, and 6 month. Those are the most popular ones, the heaviest issuance. 1 year is very, very small relative to the other ones. So here you see here in August 2023, $5.074 trillion. I think it's 100 or 150 billion higher than that now, because the net money raised from the bills category in September was, I think, over $100 billion. So it's like something like $5.2 trillion now. And if you look back in 2020, right, this is the previous high. The highs for bills outstanding in 2020, when that huge issuance of March and April 2020 came out, thanks to the wonderful lockdowns that saved us all. That was 4.964 trillion. So this is a new all-time high in treasury bills outstanding. That means you got about $5.2 trillion that are due within the next year, most of them due within the next 3 to 6 months. So that's all going to have to be transferred to the notes category, which is also right near an all-time high at $13.7 trillion. The point I'm making here is that issuance is going to have to skyrocket in notes, in the notes category. That's 2 year to 10 year maturities, specifically when interest rates are headed much higher. We're still right near 5%. What does this have to do with anything? It has to do with the reverse repos, which when they go back to zero, and here's the chart of where we are now on those, we're at $1.055 trillion. When they head back to zero and the Fed isn't buying treasuries, there's going to be no funds with which to buy these treasuries, and interest rates are going to skyrocket, and we're going to be in a financial crisis. How far away is that? Well, this chart I put on the silver report for Friday, but I'm going to go over it quickly here. Is that these 3 dates are highlighted: October 29, 2021, October 31st, 2022, and October 31st, 2023. These are end of month days, and it's the same with every end of month day since, I think, June 2021. Every end of month day in reverse repos has a big influx of money into the reverse repo facility. We saw that on October 29, 2021 with $117.6 billion influx. This is the week-to-week changes in RRPs. We saw that in Monday, October 31st with a $92 billion influx, but not on October 31st, 2023, where we had a $338 million drawdown, which means that this is the first end of month day since reverse repos became a serious thing that we had a drawdown on the end of month day, typically when banks rebalance their books and put a lot of money into the reverse repo facility, which means that the balance deflationary forces are sucking money out of this, despite the fact that they should be going in, because the Treasury isn't doing any more auctions right now since, I think, October 24th. We're gonna go to the next chart here. For that, we see here that the issue date on all of these auctions, these are upcoming auctions as of November 2nd, I think. 13-week, 26-week, 42-day, that's a cash management bill. And then you have 3-year and 10-year auctions upcoming. And a 30-year bond auction. The earliest issue date for these auctions are November 9th. That's when the auctions restart, and that means that more money is going to be sucked out of the reverse repo facility because these auctions are bid on by those dollars. So right now we don't have auctions going on, which means that reverse repos should be going up because the Treasury isn't sucking money out of them right now, but they're still going down to new lows, which means that when the Treasury does start restocking its bank account with Treasury auctions, the reverse repos are going to fall even harder. And in my estimation, judging by the amount of money that has to be transferred from short-term bills to notes in the next 3 to 6 months, I think we got about maybe 3 months left, 2 to 3 months left for the reverse repos fall to zero. And then at that point, there's going to be a financial crisis, and the Fed is going to have to print, and that will be the collapse of the dollar. I hope that outruns the clock on World War III, and that Israel is left completely on its own without any American help, because that's the only way that we're going to take care of what needs to be taken care of. We're not going to do it with the dollar hanging over our heads. And yes, it's going to be intense. and it's going to be scary. And I'm not saying that I'm not scared, but I know what has to be done. And hopefully I don't have to evacuate with God's help. And if Nasrallah, if you're watching, hey, good luck. You're taking your life into your own hands, man. And Nasrallah, if you want a Dirty Man safe, use the code ENDGAME10 at checkout. See you guys on Sunday.